Hey, I just want to thank those of you who leave really great comments on my channel. I know how much effort it takes to write a comment, a well thought out comment, to be vulnerable, to sharing something about your life that's painful or pleasant, to put together proper sentences with good grammar. And I appreciate that so much. There's so many well-written comments on this channel. Really, really wanted to thank you. And then also there are also people I hide from the channel. So I just want to talk about that a little bit more too, and how I've changed the type of content that I make to avoid getting these negative manosphere type guys on the channel, and what I've learned to not talk about, because I don't want to attract those people and enrage them even more. So I don't discuss any of the black pill stuff anymore. I have successfully removed so many of those guys from my channel from being able to comment. That has really elevated the discourse on the channel and kept it on a more positive note. I do allow disagreements. I just put a heart. You disagree with me, that's fine. I put a heart. You don't have to agree with me. You can love Trump, you can love Biden, you get a heart. It doesn't mean I agree with you. It just means your comment, I respect your comment, and I read it. And I love hearing from people that I disagree with. Like, you have space here, even if your opinion is different than mine. However, you have to be respectful. And I can't wait for the day when YouTube has a new beta feature that has community guidelines. So when you leave a comment, if you've ever seen that pop up, it says community guidelines. It'll have 1, 2, or 3 rules. That's in beta testing. And so I think you have to maybe have a certain number of subscribers, or only some people have that. And I don't have access to that yet. So I can't wait to have access to that. It's like a really good reminder to be respectful, and to only, and we can write our own rules for those 3 things. And I think I'm going to say, write only what you would say to me in person, something like that, or be kind, be respectful. But now I'm going to talk about some of the comments I don't like. The reason that people on live chats have moderators is because of the trolls and the negative comments, and getting rid of these negative comments just elevates the discourse on the channel. I have removed so many comments from the negative manosphere guys who leave comments like Chad and Tyrone and never get married, women take all your money, and videos labeling me as 304. I don't know what that is. I'm actually 62 years old. I'm not 304. Any kind of stuff like that. And that elevates the discourse on the channel. I don't have a moderator, but moderators do exactly that. And every reputable channel, when they do a live stream, eliminate all the troll comments. There's no reason that anyone has to leave that up. Another thing I want to say, I just was looking at my Andrew Huberman videos and the comments, and I find it very interesting that video brought out a lot of nasty comments. I think that I probably should have not worn that low-cut bra on that video, because guys are like, well, you're wearing a low-cut bra. Who are you to criticize Huberman? But a lot of the men were extremely nasty, and it just made me wonder what kind of men follow Andrew Huberman. Because if I were to make a negative video about someone whose channel I respect, like, let's say Michael Bordenaro, for example, or the Duran Report, or Judge Napolitano, Judging Freedom, if I were to make a negative comment about any of them, I would assume that the men who are defending them would say things like, he's very knowledgeable, they would make good points. I do not think any of those men would use put downs. So I think that there's a certain type of audience that's attracted to these manfluencers. But, you know, granted, uh, his personal life and his cheating have nothing to do with who he portrays himself to be. I mean, that is certainly a fair point. You know, people are able to leave those comments up. There's another comment that said, hey, men really admire men who can get 5 or 6 women. But the point was about the cheating and that he portrays himself as a man. His whole brand is, I have my life together. I have the secret recipe for success. And success isn't just that you can look at the sun in the morning or build muscle. Success is also success in your personal relationships and authentic behavior. Donald Trump isn't selling you health and success. He's selling you, I want to be president. So when you're selling health, success, emotional relating, and you saw how he treated his friend Scott Carney, the cheating and the exaggeration about his success, that's where, you know, people are going to call you out. The same as the influencers who pretend that they're really rich when they're not. Or the trad wives who make videos about, oh, I'm just at home and my baby needed some cough drops, so I whipped out 5 ingredients that you can't get anywhere within a 100-mile radius. And I just made him some cough drops, which took 3 hours, but don't worry because, hey, these are homemade cough drops, you know. So some of it is more like entertaining, but anyway, I go through all the comments now, and I just go by how I feel. If it feels rude, I hide the user from the channel. You lost your privileges. You're such a bad boy. It's usually the guys. I very rarely have to hide a woman from the channel, but it's good also for me to not make content that's triggering. That's one reason I stopped making content that would appeal to the manosphere guys, because I don't want those guys on my channel. I don't want to deal with their negativity, and I'm going to be more careful what I wear so I don't get comments about, well, you're showing your breasts. I think that was the only video where I had my breasts showing. I usually try to just make my videos from here on up. Oh, there was another guy complaining that he didn't like the shoes I wore with my dress. I'm like, that is just such low-class behavior. Or, you know, can you give us a hint for the name of your Just for Fans? Or I wish I could date you. Like, just begging, low-class behavior. It's like, just get the fuck out of here. I don't want to deal with you. Someone else saying that I charge too much money on my Just for Fans. That's $40 a month. Well, that, I have a specific reason for that. See, the women that only charge $5 a month, that's their free OnlyFans, where they just show pictures in their bikinis. You want to see them take the bikini off, you're going to have to pay extra. You know, if you want the video with the top off, it's an extra $10, let's say. If you want to see her fucking, that's another $15, or maybe $50 for the video. So they upcharge you to see the goodies. Or these women are just exhibitionists and they have a site because it's a hot thing they do with their husbands. But most of those women make their money on upcharging you. They're not making their money on the monthly subscription. That's how Courtney Clenny made millions of dollars a year. She's not going to make it off $5 a month subscriptions. They upsell you, they sell you. They're not all-inclusive. My site is pay-per-view all-inclusive because I treat men with respect. I'm not going to lure men in for $5 and then try to con them into upselling. It's not how I like to treat people. It's not authentic. So that's how I do it. And I'm not an exhibitionist. It's like, okay, how much money do I want to charge for people to see me naked, spread, whatever, without upcharging? And as a result, I get very respectful men. So I don't want just any random guy who can only afford $5 to come see me naked and see my face with me naked and then try to upcharge him and hustle and con him into upcharging. That's not how I like to run things. Like, this is what you pay and you get access to me. I feel really good about my site, the way I run it. So that answers that question. I don't like people asking questions about my bike. I find that very rude, although I just made a video about it explaining it. But it's just very low-class behavior, in my opinion, to come on someone's channel and comment on their clothing, their furniture, ask me if I play the piano. Pay me, motherfucker. You want to know if I play piano? You want to know me personally? Pay me, motherfucker. That's what I think as a woman. You know, you can add to the dialogue what you think about comments, add to the topic. You want to know personal things about me? Pay me. Buy me a coffee. None of these motherfuckers are buying me a coffee. They're just cheap ass fucking losers. It pisses me off. You can buy me a coffee, ask me a question, and also on YouTube with your comment, you can pay money. I pay money to YouTubers constantly. $10 here, $30 there if I like their channel. It's fine if no one likes my channel enough to pay me with a comment or send me money, but don't ask me questions for free when trying to get to know me and you haven't even paid me anything. So some men are just so stupid. But fortunately, the guys who leave the comments are super smart. I have really high quality comments on this channel. There are so many men who actually spend the time to leave comments that are very thoughtful and add to the conversation, help other people out. There are also men who are very vulnerable, who leave very high quality comments. I'm very impressed. And I appreciate them. I read that. When I see a long comment and a thoughtful comment like that, I just feel myself appreciating, like I feel warmth in here, I'm interested, I'm engaged, and I genuinely appreciate the effort, and I know how much effort it takes to write a properly well-written paragraph with good thoughts and the time that it took. And it adds to the discourse for everyone. So I just wanted to say that about the comments. And thank you for watching my video. I have to go get my nails done now because tomorrow I'm going to a play and I wanted them to look pretty.